teacher wearing these humongous Z cup berets. Do you think that's appropriate, officer?
Yeah, of course, thank you. I'm not going to comment on that.
Just asking people who work here, do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his Z cup breast to school?
Yeah, no comment. Not sure what you're talking about.
Can I ask you to pass on a message to the principal? And if I got an answer to this question, we're gone. We're not even here today.
Hey folks, the Kerry Lemieux file continues to get crazier by the day. And the biggest question of all remains unanswered. Is Lemieux cosplaying as a drag queen in the classroom? Incredibly, not only are the people running the school and the school board not providing answers to a very simple question, but they have now resorted to calling police on reporters who simply ask such an important question. Indeed, the educrats are doing everything in their power to protect a teacher who might very well be a pervert. It's crazy, but then again, back in the day when Kathleen Wynne was premier, it was her good friend Benjamin Levin who authored the province's controversial sex ed curriculum when he was the deputy education minister. Levin would later be convicted of several child pornography charges, including the making of child pornography. How odd is that? That sexual perverts are drawn to realms occupied by children? Disgusting. By way of background, Lemieux is the most infamous shop teacher in the entire world. He made international headlines for all the wrong reasons back in 2022. That's because Lemieux was showing up to class wearing a ludicrous and inappropriate costume, namely a tight white top, bike shorts, a long blonde wig, and of course, those outrageous fake silicone Z-cup breasts. For whatever reason, he presented himself as female. Correction, he presented himself as a grotesque caricature of a female. And presumably, in the name of DEI, his cosplay was tolerated and even protected by the principal at Oakville Trafalgar High School, the Halton District School Board, the teachers' unions, and even the milquetoast Minister of Education himself at the time, Stephen Lecce. Parents fumed, but nothing was done about this for months on end. And then Lemieux got sloppy, and Rebel News was able to expose his con game. You see, in a rare off-the-record interview with the New York Post, Lemieux actually claimed that his Z-cup breasts were not fake. Rather, he had developed an extremely rare medical condition, 1 in 8 billion, I guess, which caused his mammary glands to massively swell at age 38. No explanation was provided for his compulsion to dress like a stripper, but never mind. But soon after the New York Post story ran, Rebel News busted Lemieux, no pun intended, back in April 2023, which is to say we spotted Lemieux leaving a Burlington, Ontario shopping mall, but he, she, it looked a little different on this day. Check it out.
Mr. Lemieux, where are you dressed? I thought your breasts were real. Where are your breasts? Why are you dressing inappropriately in front of children?
The jig was up, and we exposed Lemieux as being a lying fraudster. Indeed, a former friend of Lemieux recently informed Rebel News that Lemieux claimed he had been fired by the Halton District School Board soon after our expose aired. And with good reason. He lied to the board about a non-existent medical condition. Lemieux also allegedly stated to this former friend that in order to find another teaching job, he would have to drop the female cosplay shtick. But here's the thing, incredibly, given that Lemieux has more baggage than Toronto's Pearson International Airport, he was actually hired by the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board, and he resumed teaching, albeit in male mode, at Nora Francis Henderson Secondary School in Hamilton. But why would this school board deem Lemieux a proven liar and perhaps even a sexual pervert to be the right stuff? Well, we paid a visit to that board last month to get some answers. Alas, it appears that the board's director of education, Cheryl Robinson Petrozzini, was either suffering from laryngitis that night or she simply doesn't speak English. Here, check it out.
Hi, Miss Robinson Petrozzini. David Menzies with Rebel News. Just wondering, is Kerry Lemieux wearing his breasts to school as a teacher? Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his breasts?
I am not answering any ridiculous questions and transphobic.
Why is that a ridiculous question?
Being transphobic.
Yet again, your tax dollars hard at work, folks. The thing is, soon after Lemieux resumed teaching without his drag queen props, the story went dormant for many months. But the lunacy resurfaced late last year when Lemieux was discovered on a dating app in full drag queen regalia once again. As well, he was spotted shopping in Niagara Falls in his Frankenfemme costume. Armed with this new information, many people, myself included, were left wondering, is Lemieux back in class donning those Z cups yet again? Look, it's one thing for this dude to go on a dating app or to go out shopping on his own time, wearing whatever the well he darn well pleases. But given that Lemieux teaches minors, it's a fair question to ask if he has returned to class wearing his fetish gear. I mean, the answer is either yes, no, or sometimes. But incredibly, nobody at the school and nobody at the school board will answer this simple query. So it was we recently brought our Jumbotron equipped truck to Nora Francis Henderson School. Our goal was to solicit passersby if they had any information on Lemieux. And what did the principal do, folks? Well, he came out to greet us, and we all sat down, and he proceeded to set the record straight. No, of course, he didn't do any of that. No, because we live in a cancel culture environment. And because we do so, he actually called the cops. Check it out.
See, you're on the sidewalk. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we have no intention of going on the property.
Terrific. I just came to convey that message from the principal.
Yes.
Okay,
would the
so I'm
principal
clear.
like to come on camera? I've left several messages for him, officer.
I can pass that on.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Just so we're clear, we're not going on school property.
No.
You understand you're not allowed?
I'll give you my... Oh, no, we have no intention. I'll give you a card if you want to pass it on to him, because I don't know if his secretaries are...
I can certainly pass that on.
I really appreciate that, officer. Can I ask you to pass on a message to the principal? And if I got an answer to this question, we're gone. We're not even here today. Is Mr. Lemieux wearing his drag queen getup with the Z cup breasts? Is he or isn't he? I think that's a fair question.
I can pass on the question, sir.
Thank you
Have a
very
good day.
much. Thank you, officer. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe.
So, we're just talking to your friend here. He's being trespassing the property now. That's all.
Trespass?
Okay, yeah.
He's on a public street.
Yeah, no, he's finding me on the public street. He just gave me on their property. That's all.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to be there. Neither are we.
Yeah, so he was just in the parking lot beforehand.
Okay,
So that's the only reason. Thank you.
You got a teacher wearing these humongous Z cup breasts. You think that's appropriate, officer?
Yeah, of course. Thank you. I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh, why? You turn a blind eye to our in front of bikes.
I don't have a comment at this time. We responded for an incident here at the school. We're still investigating. Thank you.
Isn't that amazing? Do you know, folks, Hamilton is experiencing its worst crime wave in its history. There are homeless encampments everywhere in the Hammer, and yet 3 police cruisers respond to a truck displaying an impolite question. Oh, and when I told these officers that we have a suspicion that there could be a pervert in the school, well, they could care less. They were more concerned about Lemieux having his feelings hurt. Later, we brought our truck to the school board's headquarters some 10 minutes away. We queried exiting board employees about Lemieux and the status of his mammary glands. They either ignored our queries or said they had no idea who Lemieux is.
Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his breast? Oh, he's the famous shop teacher that dresses up as a grotesque caricature of a female. If you look at the truck, sir, you can see his picture. Just asking people who work here, do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his Z-cup breast to school?
Yeah, no comment. Not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, you know, we have a truck with the image. It's the famous shop teacher.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's a guy. Believe me, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no comment.
Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his breast? No. Why did the school board hire him in the first place?
No comment.
No comment. Why is everyone afraid to talk about this pervert? Oh, hi, man. Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his Z-cup breast when he teaches? Something I said. You see Kerry Lemieux, and he's dressed up as a grotesque caricature of a female. The famous shop teacher.
I just work on the sorry.
No problem. Hi, ladies. Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his enormous Z-cup or cloth? Are you aware of this, son? How about yourself, man?
Sorry.
Do you know if Kerry Lemieux is wearing his Z-cup breast to class?
I have no idea.
No?
I don't even know who that person is.
Oh, really? You see the truck there? His image is on it. He's world famous.
Yeah, sorry, don't know.
No? Do you know why the school board hired him?
I have no idea.
No.
No idea.
We don't have any idea either.
Yeah, Lemieux generated publicity all over the world, and these educrats claim they don't know who this guy is? Really? Folks, why is it that the people we entrust to teach our children are amongst the most stupid people on the planet? But we obviously struck a nerve because guess what happened next? Yes, the board head honchos called the police too. You know, I wonder how many cars were stolen in Hamilton on that day. I wonder how many assaults were committed. But obviously a so-called thought crime gets priority in Steeltown these days. Unbelievable. But why the lack of transparency? Don't you think the public has the right to know? Especially since the school and the school board are publicly funded? Especially since children might once again be in a vulnerable environment thanks to Lemieux? Well, we plan to go back to Nora Francis Henderson Secondary School in the days ahead. We need to ask parents who are picking up their kids if they know of Lemieux's status, and for that matter, if they have been warned not to talk about Lemieux. Such an edict wouldn't surprise me, by the way, folks. Bottom line, the school and the school board have inexplicably taken a vow of silence regarding Lemieux. But we're kind of like honey badgers at Rebel News in that we're not going away, not anytime soon. And as they used to say on the X-Files, the truth is out there. We plan to expose the truth. In the meantime, if you have any information regarding the on-again, off-again Busty Lemieux, please contact us at tips@rebelnews.com. That's tips@rebelnews.com. Confidentiality is assured. My thanks in advance. So yet again, the question arises, is Kerry Lemieux wearing his fetish gear to class? Incredibly, the school and the school board, they're not saying. Folks, if you're like me, you've had it up to here with Transanity. Please go to transmadness.com. That's transmadness.com. If you're able to, kindly make a donation so that Rebel News can continue to bring you the journalism that the mainstream media in Canada will not bring. And while you're on the website, sign the petition. Let the educrats know that their behavior is completely inappropriate.